Hi, I'm going to quickly go over some steps of induction since it is difficult for me to induce a pet while explaining everything that I'm doing. First, I'll make sure I have all the materials set out. I'll have the anesthetic machine with the proper system and reservoir bag picked out for the pet, or use a non-rebreathing. If it's a smaller pet, I'll have my endotracheal tubes, mask for pre-oxygenation, some flush, sodium chloride flush for the catheter. Next, I will flush the catheter with sodium chloride and make sure that it is patent. Then I will pre-oxygenate my pet for 5 minutes. After I've done that, I can begin inducing the pet with the induction agent. In this case, it'll be ketamine Valium, and so I will induce that, or I'll connect that to the T-port, and I will induce the pet using that anesthetic, and then afterwards I will flush the catheter with more sodium chloride solution. Next, I will get the tongue out of the mouth using, I don't want to stick my fingers in my mouth, or in the pet's mouth. I'll wait till they have some relaxed jaw tone and they seem to be getting sleepy. And I will try to intubate the pet. I'm not going to use a laryngoscope here because I can usually do it without. But if I need to, we have it on hand. So I will insert the endotracheal tube into the larynx at the predetermined distance in, which I discuss in another section about how to determine. And the endotracheal tube does have a little bit of lube on it. And then I will secure it with the gauze. Once I secure the endotracheal tube, I'll hook the pet up to pure oxygen, and I'll put eye lube in the pet's eyes. When I'm hooking the pet up to pure oxygen, I want to check and make sure that the pet is intubated correctly. So usually before that, I'll make sure that when the pet breathes, I can feel it coming out of the endotracheal tube and not the mouth. So I want to make sure I'm in the esophagus, or that I'm not in the esophagus, I'm in the larynx. So I'll have the pet on pure oxygen. I'll check and make sure I'm kind of smelling for and listening for any gas escaping around the tube. I'll also make sure that the endotracheal tube is not overinflated, and I'll have monitors connected to my pet. Once I am sure that the endotracheal tube is in the larynx of the pet, I will turn on isoflurane, which is our anesthetic gas that we'll be using, and I'll turn that up to a higher percentage, so we usually do it at 5% until monitoring the pet's reflexes. Usually once the pet doesn't have its blink reflex or its pedal reflex, then we will turn it down to 2, and that's at 2% we can maintain a lot of pets on a level plane of anesthesia, but we will adjust this based on the pet.